NFL offseason, I believe we're going to have a ton of movement at the quarterback position. Let's say hi to Matthew Hamilton, who I haven't seen in forever, on his birthday. Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you. Excited to be back. Good.
We have Todd McShay on the program, Blake Griffin, two topics that there's death, taxes, and I am not a combine girly. I'm not somebody who, I appreciate it. I like the clips. Thank goodness for people like you, our producer Cal, keeping me in the loop on things going on. But I don't sit there and dabble in the shuttle, whatever, it's just not for me. So that's why we bring in, as a sort of spark notes, if you will, sort of like a download. Like that's what today's show is about. Today is like, I've got questions, they've got answers. Because they're going to take like a little USB port and stick it into their brains, and they're going to put it into mine and therefore yours here on the program. If you guys have questions for Todd McShay, if you have a question for Blake Griffin, it's another thing that I don't know. You know what I know? I know the Spurs are great. I know Magic City was a big thing, a big discussion all last week. So I've got a lot of questions for both in those worlds. But I do know a little thing or two about free agency, which is almost upon us. So I thought I would start today off with, and the buzz, by the way, the quarterback position, Mendoza and company. I want to give the what if scenarios. These are the top 5 what if this quarterback goes here situations. At number 5, we got movement potentially with Kirk Cousins. What if Kirk Cousins goes to the Chiefs? Okay? He's expected to be released. We've talked to him. He wants to be a starter. We know that. I'd assume Kansas City is going to want to bring in a big dog, an experienced quarterback, a vet. Patrick's recovering from his ACL injury. I don't know how that's going. Hopefully really well. But Kirk's going to be getting guaranteed money from Atlanta. So the Chiefs, Brett Veach, can make that happen. It's a nice value for them or wherever he goes. So Mahomes, God willing, is there week 1. Hard to think of a better insurance policy if he does need a little more time. I'd like it. Is he the starter week 1? We don't know. But is he a perfect backup in a situation where we know the backup's a premium and they want to get back to contention and your quarterback is coming off a big, old, scary injury? Yeah, I like Kirk Cousins to the Chiefs with a value, with Atlanta eating up all of that money. What if, at number 4, what if Tua is in Atlanta? Okay, a little switcherooski. Reports are that the Dolphins are expected to move on from Tua. He also has like a guaranteed money situation if that happens. So the Falcons, they could get him on a super low risk deal. And if he can give him some real competition in that quarterback room with Penix as he recovers from his injury, I like that. He's 28 years old. As of today, actually, happy birthday to Matthew Hamilton and to Tagovailoa. With all the talent in Atlanta, Stefanski's now calling the shots, a new energy. That could be a great place for a fresh start with him and a former coach of the year. Okay. Yeah. Tua highlights and just to kick off March. We love it. Okay. What if the Colts trade Anthony Richardson, AR, to the Steelers? What if there's a new AR in town? The Steelers have been a victim of their own success in a way. It's been a problem. They had Big Ben, too good to land a top pick at the quarterback spot, and it has gotten them stuck in this NFL draft free agency purgatory, okay? They need to break through, and this is a way around that. Anthony Richardson's skill set, we know it's undeniable. I will also remind you, as I do all of the time, this kid, I'm saying kid, 23. He's only 23 years old. I think Mike McCarthy can get the best out of him. Stability, nice, I don't even know, good culture, top to bottom. Whether Aaron Rodgers is back there or not, I do like this for Pittsburgh anyway. They're trying to find a long-term answer. If it doesn't work out, maybe they get a top 10 pick in what should be an amazing quarterback draft next year. At number 2 in quarterback free agency, what if scenarios, Kyler Murray. I've been looking for a rewrite to this kid's script for years and years and years. Can he find his way to Minnesota? What do you guys think? Let me know at Up and Adams. So speaking of guys with undeniable talent, that is like Anthony Richardson, Kyler Murray is the poster boy of that. What could have been if he fulfilled his potential? Is this the second act? He could give Minnesota a serious option at the position if JJ isn't able to take the steps forward that they are hoping he can. And he's likely an affordable option for Minnesota. He's another one, by the way, he's going to get a bunch of money like these other guys I'm talking about, and that's why I'm picking them, because it all just makes sense from an X's and O's standpoint, culture perspective, team needs perspective, and when it comes down to what runs the world, money. Just the thought of Kyler, by the way, with Justin Jefferson and Kevin O'Connell, that's good stuff. That is pretty compelling, and I by no means am out on J.J. McCarthy, who's got to step up and do something here. But the Vikings, they have to have a strong second option because the roster is too good. If JJ can't be out there or JJ's not ready to make the jump, you can't mess this up again. So Kyler fits that beautifully. And number one, quarterback moves. Not that I want to see, but just like, let's just put this out into the ether of what could be potentially. What if Malik Willis goes to the Dolphins? Hard to say I wouldn't like this. I would like this a lot. We're hearing Malik is the belle of the ball of the free agent class. People want him, of course, because you see what he does out there when he gets a chance. There's a lot of connected. It's very cute with him in Miami, okay? Jeff Hafley, he was with Malik in Green Bay. John Eric Sullivan, the GM, he was involved in the trade that brought him to the Packers a couple of years ago. The Dolphins just hired who? John Robinson, who drafted him to the Titans. And while Malik never played for Bobby Slowick, I don't know. Slowick is from the Shanahan-McVay LaFleur tree world, so he runs a similar system to what Malik was just in. The sample size has been small over the last 2 years, but I will not get up. I will not answer a phone call. I will not leave the television screen when he's on the field. Electric in the chances that he's gotten in Green Bay. So if you're able to get him on a similar deal to what the Jets gave Justin Fields last offseason, that's got to juice you up if you're a Dolphins fan. Malik in the backfield with Achane, throwing to Waddle. It's pretty sexy, if I do say so myself. And you could be getting a look at your quarterback of not just du jour, of the future. So there we have it. Let's take a look. Thank you, Court Jane. Malik Willis to the Dolphins makes the most sense with the connective tissue, and I'd like to see it. These are the best what-ifs that I can come up with. Am I wrong? Am I missing one? Do I have it? Do we need a Uno reverse card of this? What do you think? Tua to the Falcons, Cousins to the Chiefs to back up Patrick Mahomes. I don't know, but let me know what you guys think in the comments here. Best combine ever, question mark? My next guest, an absolute legend in the NFL draft community. A true honor to have the host of the McShay Show, Todd McShay, fresh off the combine. How was it compared to all the years you've gone? I've never gone. Give me the scoop.
It was freezing in the beginning of the week, and I'd left Boston. We got like 30 inches of snow here, but it still was miserable. Then it got nice. We saw spring, and then at the end it was getting ready to snow again. So yeah. It's a weird week, I'm going to be honest. And I get I don't know if I didn't have to go for all my purposes that I would choose to go. It's cool to see everyone from the league kind of, converge in one place. And it's good to see a lot of familiar faces. But it is a weird week where you're kind of sitting around. Like I've sat in the combine. I'm still watching NFL Network and getting the numbers. It's a better watch than having a stopwatch that you're not sure is accurate. And so it's definitely a unique week, but a lot of information comes out. So it's good to wrap it up and kind of move on.
Well, thank you for going and all of your hard work, even just throughout the year. I mean, you're the one who I believe coined it, the Underwear Olympics, or somebody did, right? That's like what it's like. This is like a weird sort of week that happens.
It is a weird week.
Yeah, but thanks for all your work, and let's get into it here because these guys are making history. Looking at, the blazing speed by some of these young players who are about to hit the NFL. Let's take a look at some, even just the 40 times. They blew me. I was like, are these right? This is unbelievable. Which position group stood out most in your eyes this year?
The linebackers were kind of the show, right? With Sonny Styles and Arvell Reese going head-to-head. Mm-hmm. The tight ends were awesome, too, because you had Kenyon Sadiq and Eli Stowers, right, going back-to-back. And the thing I loved about both of those groups is there was like one player sandwiched between the two